Hello and welcome back to this blind let's play of Trails in the Sky with me, Estelle JRPG. Not Trials, Trails. In the last episode we got some information from Nal about suspicious activity happening in Ravenue Village, and we did some bracer business on the side, and now we met Agate, the longsword, who's apparently a famous bracer. But without further ado, let's make our way to Ravenue Village. I think that is the best bet going forward. We'd obviously already been here when we were dealing with the monster. I am curious about Petrify Breath, but if I can defeat this quickly, I'm going to. Ah, we missed anyway. Oh, I will take that.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Nice, and we're almost up to level 15 with both the characters, both Josh and Estelle, which is very nice. I'm not going to go out of my way to fight these things. I'm guessing we're going to be going up to the mines in some way or form here. Alright. Let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So, what do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay. I do remember this. We're of course going to buy some general goods. I think it's good to take. We need to buy. I want to buy a fair amount of fresh eggs, if I'm honest, because that omelette is very, very good. We got loads of sharp cheese, we got loads of oranges, and we've also got some ripe apples. Maybe I'm just going to buy a lot more of these, because that omelette is our best healing thing by a million miles, and it seems to be the most cost-effective way of doing these things. So, we've actually been here before. Let's chase some chickens. And then we've got old boy here. Nobody believes me. It wasn't a dream either. What's that about? Elder's house is out at the back of the village. Right here, I believe. So let's go have a speak. I see you all together. What brings you all up here today? Here for a visit? Not exactly. We're here on business. Although it's possible, I really like a glass of fruit wine. Oh, things in the world never change. Never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I never got a chance to ask you till now, but you don't happen to be one of Argat's companions, do you? Well, we're members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. He's traveling by himself as usual, huh? Huh? What's wrong, sir? It's nothing really, please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, exactly. We're actually in the middle of an investigation concerning our missing airliner. We came here because we had a report of some kind of sighting. Ah, I see. The one who came here they had investigated the other day. However, they searched the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really? Is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? There was one of the children of the village here, a boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid anyway. Any way you think about it, so he just imagined the whole thing, and while he was half asleep, imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do is then ask him directly. You're probably right. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. We, of course, already met that kid, so let's go speak to him now. We believe you, Louis. Don't you worry. I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. You mean like Agate? I don't know. You don't look like strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me exactly how you feel? But after seeing my great skill with staff, you can still call me weak. That's amazing. It's like a tornado. I hope you learned your lesson. The looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, Louis, by chance? Yeah? But how'd you know my name? We heard from the village elder. He said that you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night? Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the army already searched the place and couldn't find anything. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember? Okay, I'll try. You see, I was watching the stars at night. I often sneak into my house at night to come and look at the stars. And the other night, I was out here looking up the stars and I saw two shadows moving across the sky. Now, hold on a minute here. You said two shadows? Yeah, that's right. And they were different sizes too, kind of like Mom leading a kid. Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and a Sky Bandit airship if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we went across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the two shadows just kept flying north until I couldn't see them anymore. So north is... there's a trail that continues behind the village, and that leads to the old septum mine, which was abandoned some time ago. The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail and come up with anything. That's why I said I must have been dreaming, and they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. Enough of that. You're a boy, right? Boys don't cry. Toxic masculinity. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie. We're just gonna prove it. Really? Darn straight. Just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. As usual, she's got a knack with kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue. Why you look at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. We got stuff to do. Right. Let's hurry up and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find. I feel like we will be going into the mine. There will be another big old septum thing. We can find... Ooh, it's a graveyard. The effects of the Orbonian Empire War at play, it would seem. Right, let's make our way to this trail. We should have permission. Ah, there's no longer any block. Right. This way last time. But we didn't really go that far. It's where we fought that incredibly fast monster. Ah, these things. We're just gonna dual strike. I do like this petrify quartz. It's good. We're just gonna attack regularly. Alright. We are gonna level up soon, which hopefully will get us a few new extra techniques. This place is definitely a maze. And we want to travel north. Revenue Mine. The gate is securely locked, but looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. It kind of reminds me of the Melon Mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted. It seems like this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently, which means there's no possibility the Sky Bandit has entered through here. I wonder if this is why the army never investigated the place. You're probably going to find any clues searching around an old mine for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel like airflow coming out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there's air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your sense can be surprisingly sharp, you know that. I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Why didn't you understand what's inside this old mine? There's certainly a possibility that connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off, hey? Don't even think about doing that. For now, we better head back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shira. Right. Let's head back to the let's head back to the village. We'll go on turbo mode. Oh, we're at a dead end. Let's remember exactly where we were. Oh, there's a chest. Tear balm, always handy. Doesn't appear to be anything here either. So it's this way. So let's make our way down this way. I'll show you guys this fight. We're not too bothered. Especially seeing as we can take these things out fairly quickly. And hopefully we'll level up soon. I would like to get some more different enders. Limit break enders, if I'm honest. Turbo mode! Is it this way? This feels like the right way. It is, nice. We should see if there's an inn as well. And I will heal before I go back up again. Are you looking for my husband? Since the time of day, he's usually at the grave still on the hill on the site. Let's do that. Actually, let us use the inn first. Ooh. For the recipe book. We can't buy any pasta here. Is that you, Shehzad? It's nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since the last time you were here during your training. Is that Annalise? What are you doing here? Well, we had a request to exterminate a monster in this area. Oh, really? How is your swordsmanship been coming along? Have you started mastering the use of that weapon? Let's avoid the subject right now. I'm still working on it. By the way, Shehzad, are you headed on a job for the guild? Yeah, something like that. Although the job's a little different from the one you're handling. Oh, is that so? Well, this region is becoming more dangerous recently. Make sure you're careful. I'm guessing she will come into play later. We want to rest. And let's make our way up to this grave hill. So this is where you are, Elder Raisin. Oh, it's your young braces, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Bow's reason is the nearest to the Empire, it was thick in the fray. This village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. This is terrible. There is no need for you to be somber too, though. These days are cleaning this monument. This is it's just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Alright, there's something we want to talk to you about, but before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? If I didn't know we have any flowers to give, but at least like to offer up a prayer. Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind it. I'm sure those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So, you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain soldiers didn't check inside. After they got Louis, sorry, it really got me thinking. I'd like to check the place out, just in case. So, would you mind lending us the key? That's the key for the padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Alright, here it is. There's someone just walking into some stoves there. Well, this should get you inside. Oh, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Raisin. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it, or isn't tempted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural we would try and return the favour. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with was as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I'd appreciate that. Just walking into the thing here. Mines are the key, guys. Right, let's make our way back. I went this way, did I not? And then it's venture up north. Seems to be the way to go for it. Surprise attack. Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to get in before shield. We'll just take care of this guy. Boom. Nicely done. petrify. This petrify quartz is doing all of the right things for me. I went the wrong way again. This place is confusing. It's so confusing. Was it up this way we went? And then north. Yes. I believe it was this way. Beautiful. The abandoned mine. Let's make our way in. Let's use this key we borrowed from the village elder. I have a feeling this is going to be horrible. Well, there was one heavy gate. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I definitely sense monsters in there. Everyone stay alert. Okay, what are we going to be finding? What are you weak against? Everything. That is handy. Let us just use our soul bear. And let's attack normally. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to use arts on these things. But that is fine. We've got Acro Bleed.
Seems you came up short.
I'm not necessarily wanting all of these. So we've got a broken bridge here. This seems like the way, so I'm actually going to go back to the entrance and make our way left instead of right. Okay, another broken bridge. Man, it's bright in here. Huh? Isn't that the... Quiet as still. Looks like we've hit the jackpot. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the provisions and the valuables. Hurry up, will you? It is only a matter of time before someone finds this place. Roger that. What an airline doing in a place like this? I guess the kid wasn't seeing things after all. Looks like this area is used to be used for strip mining. It certainly turned out a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who'd have thought to look here? Look at that. Aren't they loading airliner cargo into their ship? Let's worry about it later. We've got to figure out how to bag these guys before they get away again. This software trip, huh? Man, the Don, it can be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh well, is this place all taken care of? Let's sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom. Hold it there! Who's that? The scorching flames of justice shall never fade as long as evil thrives in this world. Now leave, the extraordinary bracers have arrived. Huh? The League of what? You bonehead, why'd you always get carried away like that? What's with you two? Now I look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone. You're the ones who Josette had already back in Roulette. This can't be right. You're supposed to be here earlier. You're not supposed to be here this early. It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early. What the heck are you talking about? In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you're hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of the airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes you'll come quietly. Now, hold on a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only three of you came here to arrest us? Anyone else see anyone else, bandit boy? You're not involved with the others then, huh? That simplifies things. Let's get them, boys. Here we go, guys. Right. First things first, let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. He is weak to stuff, but we've got a sever for a reason. Bam! Let's take about a big old chunk of his health. And they miss. These things aren't that strong. But we shall take out the boss first. Nicely done. Firebolt. He's very weak now. Producing a bomb from an unknown product. Okay. That's not that bad. I was expecting a lot worse. And he has been dealt with. This should make this a little bit easier, I believe. What we're actually going to do with Estelle is we're going to get her to use her hurricane. What do you mean that didn't kill all of them? Fine. We're just going to attack the rest down, actually. It's a very simple fight. No problem whatsoever. We're going to do another hurricane. Is it closer into the thing they are, the more it hurts? That appears like it may be the case. Let's take out this guy. And then, I think, he can one-shot everything now. Just make sure that he doesn't die on any sort of poison, because I believe that could be a choice, and then backstab. Easily done.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Only 9 though, which is annoying, but oh well.
The guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Josette got beat up by you 3. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go. You really do not know anything, do you? What was it that you called yourselves? The League of the Exceptionally Dim or something? You making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead. Look out. What is this? You gotta be kidding me, another smoke screen? Too bad about the rest of Chicago, we just live without it. Little voices. He's so français. The Capua family. Someone got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It just looks like a typical smoke canister. She was already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now they got away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say on my defense.
Working there, guys. Give me one moment. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Shira. Quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for Linde getaway too.
We've got no time to kick ourselves over this. And there's gotta be something, other constructive things we can do.
Yeah, well, sounds like you should be a senior bracer. Well, at least we'll be able to take back the elevator, so how about have a look? The passengers may be inside. Right.
Bet they're not. I bet they are not anywhere near this. Let's not go in straight away. Have a quick gander at... Can we go back in? Okay. Shira's being a meanie poo. This is huge. First things first, though, is that we should definitely feed ourselves. We learned the for apple ice cream and fresh juice as well. That should be it for now. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look.
Wow, it's pretty bare in here. There's no big cargo left. Evidently, Sky Bandits managed to take off with most of it. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do thorough investigation. Here's a lift car. It looks like the same type as those at the landing port. Sky Bandits probably used it to move the cargo. I wonder what this is. It's the Orbal Energy control panel. Looks like the flow of energy is completely stopped. Looks like the captain's seat. If there are any circumstance I would love to sit here, don't even think about it. Here's seating wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. I also like that it gives you a little, when you do this, it gives you a little notification as to where it is you're checking. Is there like an investigating theme always to this game? Because that is really dope, if so. It's bright in here. There's a lot of lighting shining into this place. So far, the only thing I note is that the Orbal engine has been overrun. Curious. Looks like the captain's seat. Yeah, we know. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Can I check inside? Okay, there must be something upstairs on the landing deck which is useful for us. I suppose this is if there was any doubt that I'm doing this blind. This is the proof. This is the proof. Yes, we got this. I keep on doing that. Got that there. Let me nab some free fruit. We checked it over. It looks like nobody's inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandits airship, then wherever the hideout is. Agreed. But it sucks, right? When I thought we got some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue is completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hit the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the Orbal Energy in the ship is completely stopped, which means the Orbal Energy was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the Orbal Energy in an orbment gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would be more effective to just take an entire airliner to the hideout? Yeah, it does seem a little bit odd that they didn't. So, why hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did that in order to... Yes, that's exactly right. From my guess, I would imagine the hideout is a slightly peculiar place, maybe 10 to 15 auger in size. In short, a particular place in which only Sky Bandits, smoker-fly Sky Bandits could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains or ravines? It seems a likely place for the Sky Bandits to hide out. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's a possibility the hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, I had to say it, but we have to share our conclusions with the army and also the corporation. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now we're gonna have to crawl back to the army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I think we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't the time place to be letting personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lundgren. We should be able to contact Hacking Gate if we use the Orbal telephone.
Okay.
So, it seems like we should head our way back to the guild. And what I will do is I'll meet you first back at... Oh, hello. Huh? What the heck? Great, now there's something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us all the trouble of having to contact them. General Morgan.
We found a suspicious armed group. Put your arms in the air, all of you. What is the world come to? A woman, 2 kids, a sky bandits? What the god just looked shifty.
Well, hey, that's just rude. Who are you calling sky bandits? Can you see the shiny emblem on my chest?
The bracer emblem, huh? I hope you didn't think for a moment that proves your innocence.
General Morgan? What the hell are you here?
After looking over reports of my men, I found this place and visually investigated, so I came to see myself. Who would have thought that you two would be conspiring with the Sky Bandits?
Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men.
That's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside the airliner?
We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. There's no hostages to be found here.
Looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notify Sky Bandits and let them know we are coming.
Wait a minute here, how will you cut it with that crap?
My thoughts exactly. Alright, man, take them into custody.
Here we are at Halcon Gate. The General will be questioning himself on the morrow. Your innocence is proven, then you'll be released in 2 to 3 days. So for the time being, say, give you a place to cool your heels. It's not even funny, tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Why not? You remember the Sky Bandits leader we fought in the old mine said right? He said this can't be right, you're not supposed to be here this early, and if I remember correctly.
Now you mention it, he did say that, didn't he?
You're not trying to tell me that the army... by that are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole. Or a collaborator seeking information. That's what you want to say, isn't it, Joshua?
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, they'll never be caught. Which means the only ones who stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. Wonder how Father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you seem to be in a bit of a fix? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It sounds almost familiar. Why'd you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Because this unfounded self-confidence and the absurd narcissism belong to... Is it you, Oliver? Oh, you do remember my delicate chords. To think we would meet again in a place like this. Seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought you were taking a bows. Now you're locked up in a place like this. What the heck did they do to you? Come on now, let's not worry about all the details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely asking you now. I'm sure we're just tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. See, there you have it. We really don't care to know. You talk so much, you're probably an old woman by the time we're done here. I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on the details of this tragic incident which befell me. Didn't you listen to me? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping at Bo's Market, then moved to Antero's restaurant. Seeing one side to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, and I was asked to stay and work with a professional pianist there for the restaurant. That's great and all, but weren't you supposed to be a lutist? Musical genius is not limited to one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my conditions, I accepted the job offer. These conditions were, of course, food and wine free every day instead of mirror. I don't know how to put it, that's very you, Oliver. Yet, I'm not sure how you're anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Well, this is where the real sub-story begins. The night I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck and I had a chef prepare. The blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel the normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. Go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, I borrowed a wine, which seemed to be good from the cellar. Something called a Grand Chardonnay from 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off at the Raw City. Oh, well, aren't you well informed? I had a rumour of it too, and of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking here? From what I heard, it went for no nearer than 5,000 mirror. 500,000 mirror. 500,000 mirror? For just one bottle? It's out of this world. You didn't, did you, Oliver? Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its glorious mellow taste caressed my throat. And you believe what else? A rose-tinted vintage of time and space existed within the very bottle. I don't think I care to listen to this any longer. My ears are starting to bleed from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is, after taking all sup of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And I was having a chef cook me was something else to match the wine. A restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I officially invited him to join me for a drink. For some odd reason, he got rather upset. He got so steaming and mad, his face looked like a ripe tomato. Before I could say anything else, the group of soldiers came, filling me in. And well, one thing led to another, and he ended up in there. I can't say another word about this tragedy, being dragged all the way here, without coming to tears, so let us weep together as you sympathise with my dilemma. You idiot. Pardon? Do my ears deceive me? Could have sworn I heard snores, and even a silly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story really gets interesting. I see several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Trials. Not trails, trials. Hello, are you listening? You three, get up! I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to test into regarding it early in the morning? Seems a little early for me. No, just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason. Maybelle. May and Maybelle? Well, an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this request is coming from Maybelle herself. You better remember to thank her. So you mean me and Maybelle stood up on her behalf? No, not exactly. I just explained your situation. Our situation? Yes, I have one request for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You know my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roulette. Why, in fact, we even met once you were just a baby. Now, wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad? I knew there was a military before, but... I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. I know Cassius is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I can't imagine what he saw in the Bracers Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer. I heard from the general he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that, so it might feel hard to believe. Well, if it's the case, the general's hatred for Brachus may stem from Cassius leaving the army, from the vexation of being left by one of his utmost, most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is our lives are pain because of our dad? That's dirty, rotten scoundrel. Maybe we return to Bose now. With the airline being found, the situation may have taken a new turn. So there's a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? It's definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be?
Slow jam the news, baby.
Oh, how callous people can be at times.
How could you forget a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine by that I shall wither away friendless and hungry and alone in this dark purgatory.
Is he still here? Yes, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chucked a bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Indeed, that is I. Yet, fair lass, I heartbroken if you would I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you, I see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services I was about to render. You're quite an interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the General for your release. Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think you may be asking a bit much. If the rest of it takes us to trial, they're going to be at least a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And the General Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Haha, please don't lay the compliments on so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook in fine wine without paying a single lira. Shall I pay for the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it may be a bit awkward having you back there. I for one don't think you'll mind one bit. Yeah, sure does seem to have thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. I don't see, but I don't think I can just let a thing go like this. Let's see. Seems you're investigating at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? That does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these 3 braces in their work? Could I ever? So it's settled. Let's our working relationship bloom like the Mongolia at the height of spring. Hold on a sec. What do we do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is going to be a pain. Are you confident you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course I'll be distressed if you try to list my magic genius in the same group. It's the kind of line that really gets me worried. Maybe we could use an extra hand, as long as we don't count on the army to help us out. I have a feeling that we'll need shot on manpower. Well, alright then, we'll use you for what you're worth. However, if you do happen to conclude that you're not worth the wait, you'll be dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Of course, I do not mind. I'll never let you down, so please be rest assured. Well, with the exceptions, you are pretty rock bottom anyway, so I don't know you won't let me down. Well, I'm glad things have settled between you all, but before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy when we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary at the Bose South Block. The weapon shop and Orbal factory were targeted as there were a number of private residences. What? So, this is the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. We'll better get on our own investigation then. Yes, I'd like to formally request you do just that. I'll send payment over to the guild for the work when you've done so far. Please make use of that money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling the army's going to get in our way again. But I guess that happens, it happens. Whether or not we get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming about the army about any information we come across, because that's really as a spy in their midst, we'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. I'm reluctant to say it, but I also think it's for the best we keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alright, ye bosom companions, should we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you the king of the show? And I think on that note, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and we will do the investigating next time. Peace.